This is going to be like a longer video because I need to talk about what the NHL just decided to do and how sports could give two fucks about women and sexual assault. I just want to state that I will be talking about SA, so if you are triggered or it's something you do not want to hear about, I completely understand if you need to skip this video, but I would like to put a trigger warning in here now. We don't know what I'm talking about. The NHL and NHLPA have agreed that the 5 players acquitted in the 2018 London sexual assault trial will be suspended until December 1st, but will have the opportunity to sign with the NHL teams as soon as October 15th. So I'm first going to talk about what exactly this situation is and then why the NHL said fuck you to women. The 2018 World Junior Ice Hockey Championship took place from December 26, 2017 to January 5th, 2018. The gold winning Canadian team then attended the Hockey Canada Foundation Gala and golf event on June 18th, 2018, or shortly after an alleged group assault in London, Ontario took place. Up to 8 people were believed to have been involved, and police insisted they had reasonable grounds to believe that 5 members of the 2018 Canada World Juniors sexually assaulted an unnamed woman in a local hotel room. Now, I just want to emphasize something. When I think wording means everything, and I understand that this is Wikipedia, but she was gang raped. A group assault you don't think as severe as when you hear gang rape. I think context matters. May 2022, it was reported that Hockey Canada, the governing body for the sport of ice hockey in Canada, had paid a settlement to a woman alleged that she was the victim of a sexual assault perpetrated in 2018 by members of Canada's men's national junior team. In June 2020, um, they froze the accounts, and then on top of that, basically they later found out that there was a history of sexual misconduct cases raised against the organization, and that the organization had spent 7.6 million Canadian dollars out of a national equity fund funded partially via player registration fees to help pay out settlements in 21 sexual misconduct cases since 1989. Okay? Like, this is a big fucking deal. The plaintiff claimed that over the next several hours, John Doe's 1 through 8 engaged in several sexual acts which collectively constituted sexual abuse and assault. In addition, the woman states that she could not give consent to any of the actions because of how intoxicated she was, and that the group of 8, John Doe's 1 to 8, would not let her leave the room despite multiple attempts. Lawyers representing the players released text messages and videos to the Globe and Mail alleging that the woman consented to sexual acts with John Doe's 1 through 8. These text messages is something that has caused a lot of people to really judge the NHL for allowing them to come back. But this is when the trial happened, and because they were acquitted, a lot of people did not believe they should have been acquitted, but this was from when they were first charged. Michael McLeod has been charged with 1 count of sexual assault plus 1 count of being a party to the offenses. Dylan Dube, Cal Foote, Alex Formenton, and Carter Hart were each charged with 1 count of sexual assault. All pleaded not guilty to their charges when the trial opened in April. This is one of the text messages. John Doe 1, later identified as Michael McLeod, invited his teammates to the hotel room with a group chat message: "Who wants to be in a 3-way? Quick, room 209. Signed, Mikey." Gross. So, unfortunately, they were acquitted. Truly, it's. I have a lot of thoughts on that, but we're focusing on what the NHL has decided to do. So, the NHL is like, you know what? They were acquitted, so instead of banning them from the NHL, no, the NHL was like, you know what? So we can avoid a lawsuit from the players union, let's allow teams to decide if they want to get picked up. which is fucking disgusting. Y'all can afford a fucking lawsuit, okay? And y'all fucking would win because those motherfuckers should not be playing. They should not be getting millions of dollars. What the fuck are you talking about? So this I think was one of the most grossest statements I probably have ever read from a organization who is like, I know sexual assault is wrong, but like the players should still play. We are pleased that Dylan Dupe, Cal Foot, Alex Fermenton, Carter Hart, and Michael McLeod will have the opportunity to resume their NHL careers. The players cooperated with every investigation. Upon their full acquittal by Supreme Court Justice Maria Caroccia, we initiated discussions with the NHL regarding the players' return to work. To avoid a protracted dispute that would cause further delay, we reached the resolution that the league announced today. We now consider the matter closed and look forward to the players' return. So, what the NHL is telling women, what the NHL is telling girls is your voice doesn't matter, your safety doesn't matter. You know what matters? Money. That's what matters. Because at the end of the day, these men can make us a lot of money. Here's the thing, I don't think you understand how many women support the NHL. Don't think you understand how many men have sisters, daughters, close friends that are women that would rather see them protected than for these fucking sleaze bags to be on the ice. A lot of people are not happy about this. The NHL is getting called the fuck out. And it's not just the NHL that has this problem. All professional sports has this problem that no matter when it's regarding sexual assault or domestic violence, it's just like a slap on the wrist and it's like, oh, whatever. But when it's a gambling scandal, you get a couple of years suspensions. It's a completely different situation. It's fucking disgusting. It's really telling women that you don't matter. You're just things. You're just objects. Well, to the NHL, I want you to know that if any team, any fucking team, signs these assholes, you are going to have a real big issue. There will be mass season ticket holders canceling, there will be mass protests because there needs to be a stand that women who enjoy sports should feel safe. Women who enjoy watching their players should know that the players they support and the team they support is against sexual assault. But what you're telling women, what you're telling girls is it's okay they were acquitted. I will always believe a victim, a survivor, unless there is concrete evidence. And from what it sounds like with the acquittal, it was kind of a different situation. There wasn't that much concrete evidence. So, to anyone who is a sports fan, who anyone who is loves the NHL, loves hockey, this is for you. If these men who I have a feeling are predators because you're telling me that this isn't the first time, you don't just all of a sudden decide like something like this and never do it again. It doesn't work that way, especially with the way that the Canadian hockey team kind of lets sexual assault allegations slide. I think it's just something that we need to consider as well. And I just want to tell every survivor of SA, sexual harassment, rape, you matter. I see you. I hear you. You matter. Your voice matters. And fuck the NHL for doing this.